Hello, welcome to the fourth video in the Amazing series. In this video, we're going to take what we've gathered to the next step. Don't worry, it's going to be a baby step. I really believe that taking small, incremental, and consistent steps toward change is the best way to make a lasting and positive change. So look at the list. You now have a list that's comprised of what other folks said about your traits, and then you have one that's what you felt your positive traits were. How do they compare? Are they the same? Are they different? Did you learn a few things about yourself? I know mine pretty much surprised me. We're going to take this list and we're going to use it to focus on the changes that we need to make to help create the positive self-image and awareness that we want to instill in ourselves so that we can go ahead and bridge that gap to realizing our dreams. Self-image and awareness can be combined into self-awareness. Self-awareness implies a knowledge of oneself by definition. It also implies an understanding of motives and desires. Understanding ourselves is an important part of creating the changes that we want to make in order to reach our dreams. Now, when I was doing this, I came up with a word that was repeated over and over, and that word was positive. So I studied what was positive and what exactly positive meant. You're going to do the same thing. Define the 2 or 3 traits that you have limited down to what is essentially you, what others said about you, as well as yourself, and define them. Learn what they mean. Think about how they apply to you. After you do that definition, I would like you to think about how you can develop these traits. Write down a little bit about how it makes you feel to think of these traits as part of who you are. Now, if you're not comfortable making a long list or writing something out, you can make a little video or a voice recording. But in some way, you need to consider who you are and how these traits are part of you. This is all part of taking responsibility. And that's the next step that we're going to talk about. So here's the big question. Now that you've had a chance to think about this, ask yourself, are you using your traits or not? Are you using the positive energy that you have within you? I know that sometimes that's a hard one, but don't worry, no one's ever going to hear the answer to that question but you. But by asking yourself this question, you can focus on whether or not you're taking the steps that will guarantee you reaching your dreams. You have to take that which you have and develop it and use it for a positive influence in your life. Now, this all comes down to responsibility, and responsibility can be pretty tough. Sometimes taking responsibility is not the best thing that we'd like to do in a day, but in reality, taking responsibility for your behavior is empowering, because if you are in control of your behavior, and it's not up to anyone else, then you can change your behavior. And this empowerment is exactly what we're going to use to create the situations that we will need to create in order for you to realize you're amazing and come to realize your dreams. Think about it. From 2 girls getting real, cheers! We'll see you in the next video.